morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm here to include or give you information regarding a proposal that we have identified would benefit your organization. So this proposal is called a Supervised Field Day Proposal. The idea is to unlock the potential of hands-on experience with your new hires and your current staff. So I'll go ahead and give you a quick issue and information on your current issues. Current issues, your new hires and your trainees are lacking office experience. What this then is causing your current staff and them to not experience a live perspective as a new hire. They're just in the training environment, location, and are not actually experiencing the hands-on. What does the office feel like? What are the emotions? What are some cases that they would have to work with? They are also having a lack of, by having a lack of experience, your trainees are not a well-rounded trainee. They're just kind of in this bubble. They're in a training environment, they have these perfect cases, and then they go out to the real world and go, yeah, this was not what I signed up for. And therefore you're losing new hires, time that you've invested in background checks and additional time in training. So definitely not good for your department. And again, by not having that office experience during training, you're losing that interaction between the training and development department and your human services department. So we go hand in hand. We work with you, we're supporting departments, so we want to make sure that any benefit that we provide to you and to your new hires and to your organization is collaborative, and we can work together and make a good experience overall. So we did a little research analysis before we even brought up this proposal. We went to 5 surrounding counties to identify if these SFE days were being implemented, and they were. They were actually being developed and incorporated into these 5 counties. We have Riverside, San Diego, Sacramento, Orange County, and Los Angeles. Very wide scope of counties. You have some that have a larger population than we currently have in this county, so it gave us a nice overall view. So as you can see overall with the research analysis, staff, new hire retention increased across the board. We had a nice increase there. Trainees' knowledge also increased, which is a definite plus. Leadership supports training development. This is kind of where we saw that current departments falter. So that's where we want to make sure that when we provide the proposal, we also give information on how we could develop change management concepts so we do have that leadership team on board. We did identify one of a difficult factor, which was training time frame has shortened. It actually didn't. Training time frame increased. So that is going to be something that you have to realize as an organization you're going to be impacted with. A strong culture of inclusion for trainees, good results, mentor units were assigned, good results, and your department supervisors have a stronger bond with your trainees, which then it reinforces your trainee to feel comfortable, safe, and that staff retention, that's where you're going to get a good gain on that. So again, just having that type of benefit in the organization, that's what you're going to find this solution, what we call Supervised Field Day Fridays. So with our Supervised Field Day Fridays, trainees are going to be reporting to our training environment from Monday to Thursdays. On Friday, they will go out to your district office, which means they belong to your office. But don't worry, you're not alone. They're not just going to show up and be like, well, here I am, show me the mailroom. Because that's not what we want to show your trainees. We are going to have a full schedule set up so that your trainees practice that week out in the live work environment what they were trained during our training week. So again, you're going to have a collaborative onboarding approach between the training environment and the office. You're going to have standardized SFE days, which means across your 18 offices, you will all be able to train the same things. Why is that important? So that not one trainee is getting less trained than someone else. You want to receive the same type of training, if not better. You're going to provide new trainees with consistent onboarding experience, which means when they get here, they already know this is what they're going to experience, and they're going to get the same thing from one office in Barstow all the way to Ontario. And you're going to improve the transitions between the trainees, between our training environment to their district office. So they're going to feel comfortable going out there and get ready and hit the floor running because they had that hands-on experience. So does it really work? Does it really work? What do we get? I explained to you the research that we did, and then our 5 surrounding county experience approximately started this around 3 years ago, if not more now. And they've been very successful. Some of their highlights has been on-the-job experience, made the transfer of information tangible, which means they were okay with understanding that concept, and they saw it in real life, and they were ready to grasp the new information that was going to be handed to them the following week. The weekly hands-on activity helped trainees retain information delivered in class. We talked a little bit about that just now. It facilitated teamwork, introducing your trainees into the work environment, facilitated that relationship between their immediate coworkers. Trainees gained confidence going to their SFE days. So you didn't have someone that was in training for 6 weeks and then went out to the office and was just huddled in a corner because they had no idea what they were facing. That's usually where you start getting your staff retention dropped. Your SFE days create a cohesive atmosphere between training and district office, which means these days start building that bridge between that training environment and your district office. Therefore, making it a collaborative approach, which is something that you definitely want. I know your department constantly is saying how we want to collaborate. This is a good topic right there. Your supervisors can identify areas of concerns early and partner with the training environment and say, hey, you know, I have a trainee that needs further training or support. I've identified this, and we could pretty much attack the issue, or I don't want to say attack, let's say broach the issue before it gets out of control. And that way we're definitely identifying important information. So how we are going to develop this. We are going to develop the SFE Fridays. It's going to be a joint effort. We're going to have supervision, mentors, and our training environment all together. We're going to develop a change management vision. Remember I spoke about earlier how one of the little downfalls was that leadership was not truly involved in the other counties in regards to this day. We want to change that perspective. We want to bring a new vision to your organization. So part of that is developing 2 videos. We're going to do an informational video that's shown prior to onboarding's first day of class, describing the schedule, expectations, what is going to be the requirement while they're onboarding, therefore letting them know why is it important to me. We're going to answer that why question for your new hires. And the second one is an e-learning video for current staff, educating them on what their future team members are going to experience. So they're going to see this new hire and be like, who is this person? We're going to let them know ahead of time, hey, you're going to see so-and-so, it's a new hire, this is what we want. Because that is an investment in you, getting a good, solid coworker to help you out. So a few steps for our SFE design and implementation. We're going to create the schedule. We're going to design activity packets so that they're all equal, again, across the board. We're going to design the review sheets and the assessments for your mentors and your supervisor. Make sure that that's all equal. We're going to collaborate with the TAD staff and get information regarding the Human Services Department to be able to design how this pilot is actually going to work. We're going to host an orientation, training, and assign TAD staff specifically to be those designated mentors. We're not going to voluntold. We want to get the best of the best because that's who you want to develop. And then we're going to review surveys and evaluate the process, make any adjustments as needed, and after the pilot of our first class, testing this out, be able to go, is this working? What can we adjust? What can we fix? So we're definitely going to involve the Cotter's 8 steps for change management. We started off with the vision, as I spoke about earlier, and then we went down, breaking down our steps, choosing our leaders, choosing our group, developing that new concept, and just setting it up to say this is the new norm. And we get some technical difficulties. There we go, thank you. So our full evaluation, we've set this up we want to make sure that we're following through and we're giving you the answers that you need. So we're following Dr. Kirkpatrick's concepts of evaluation methods. We have a few on here. We're evaluating the 3 types of evaluations. The 4th one was when we did the needs assessment. We did the research, we identified what was your need. So we already identified that 4th level by identifying what was your need. Our level 1 is doing the activity review sheet that's specific to each task for the assigned EW mentor to complete and the supervisor at the end of the day to review. This will help us identify, was that good? Was the packet good enough? Did you understand the concept? Were the practices good? Our level 2 is going to be a survey monkey that we're going to have. So again, the survey monkey is a weekly survey completed at the end of their SFE day by both mentors, supervisor, and trainees to just, once again, virtually evaluate the activities and the overall concept of the office. Our level 3 is our retention analysis. So our retention analysis will be able to identify, this will be a yearly evaluation done by your statistic analysis worker to identify what was the last year's retention numbers of new hires compared to this year's after the implementation. It will take a year to fully evaluate, but it'll be worth to get those accurate numbers and statistics. And this will be able to provide the department a full concept of the benefit of including these days. So do I have any questions? If you do have any questions, feel free to contact me, and I'm glad I was able to help you. Thank you.